In the same realm of conspiracies, I suppose, I saw a leak today that said that evidence of alien life was to be revealed later this month. And it sort of fits the mold of Trump throwing anything into the media to possibly like distract from the Epstein thing, because it's sticking. That's the only thing that's ever really stuck, but it is.
It'll continue to stick, I pray. He can get fucked until he releases that shit.
I mean, look, the problem is that he was championing it during his campaign, and his surrogates were certainly championing it. And all of his, the MAGA influencers were like harping on it. And like the more extreme voices were going hard in the paint, like no place for pedophiles, left, right, or center. We're going to burn them all at the stake. Soon as Big Daddy Trump gets in there and casts the list down from on high. And then they're like, wait, what? You're not, what do you mean you might be on it, but it's all lies? Who made it? Obama. Wait, getting Obama?
Kyle, you're falling for a classic Nancy Pelosi trick.
Some of those hardcore voices you're talking about, Kyle, are in the administration now. And they just get to play like, them before they were Trump's stooge and them now that they're Trump's stooge.
Yeah. Some people aren't like backing down. Some of the more extreme people, but still, it's not going anywhere. I could see him releasing evidence of alien life. That's all I've ever wanted. Since I was a kid watching the X Files, I had this belief that I remember my mom was like, "What is this even about?" I was like, I'm like 9. The government. They're hiding the aliens, Mom. And she's like, "What government?" And I'm like, "I don't know, but they are." The cigarette smoking man. Aren't you watching this? And a little bit of me still believes that like maybe they did discover some alien technology in the 40s, and that's allowed us to sort of dominate technologically for decades and decades and do all this innovation and stuff that we've done. Maybe Men in Black is a little bit of truth. I'd love it if that were true. I like deep conspiracies that are like far reaching and consequential. It's one thing that the one that I've got still, this Ken McElroy guy or whatever, a town killed a bully. Like, all right, well, the town got rid of their bully, but what if the conspiracy is how we got like the internet and cell phones and lasers and shit? I kind of like that one more. I would love it if they released it. I would forgive the Epstein list if he showed us the little gray men.
It would have to be a baffling amount of alien knowledge for
what if he introduced you to
the Epstein?
What if he was like, all right, this is Miku. He's from the planet of Rixalon. Hey, Trump's not on that list, just so we're all clear. I looked at it myself. That's the first words that alien speaks. They're exonerating Trump from the Epstein list.
I'd trust him.
I believe Trixo here. He never lies. That's their race. You guys can't lie. Is that true? I heard that's true.
Go ahead.
I was going to say that like this whole conversation reminded me of something I saw like 2 or 3 days ago on Twitter, which was just someone put the word aliens in like the triple parentheses. And it's just like,
like the Jew dog whistle thing. Yeah.
I'm not familiar with this dog whistle. Triple parentheses means they're Jewish.
Yeah, that and mostly at this point it's people who are Jewish doing it ironically. But and like I've got the triple parentheses around my name in a Discord server, and then like there's another guy who joined and he puts 6 around his name because he's saying he's more Jewish. But
a classic Jew off.
Yeah, but yeah, just misusing those. Like I think aliens is the funniest example of someone just putting them around just a word that doesn't make sense.
Well, who knows? They could be Jewish aliens.
Yeah. Maybe I'm just running cover.
Maybe he's not he's a different kind of alien, right? He's just not here legally.
Parentheses around that.
This is Jose. He's an alien.
Yeah. Kyle, sorry to interrupt you. You were back to aliens.
No, I lost it. No, that would get me. That would get me. That would get me off the Epstein thing. If he brought out the little gray or green men. I'm not racist. I'll take either kind of alien. But it needs to be that large-headed, big black-eyed alien with the small.
None of those purple bastards.
No tentacles, anything like that. If we've made peace with them, I'm gonna be upset. I need strictly humanoid aliens who are here to
If the aliens don't have hands, I want nothing to do with them.
I'll be happy with any sentient alien. I just don't want to hear there's some evidence of life on some planet because some spectrometer thinks that there's carbon dioxide. Oh, fuck off. No, we need to have a smart alien.
Yep. We've been
Well, if you're gonna get me off the list, like I'd be happy if we heard some bacteria turned up on Mars. But if Trump's gonna get me off of his kitty diddling, I'm gonna need to talk to this guy. ET needs to phone me. I need to talk to him and see that he's real and not some sort of James Cameron nonsense either. They can't fool me again. I thought Avatar was real for like 6 months.
Damn.
It was well done.
Shouldn't say things like that publicly.
I mean, honestly, I'd settle for one of those like little antenna like EBDB guys. As long as it's something that has like kind of a visible corporeal form. It's like even if it's just like a ball, it's like okay, alien ball.
As long as it's alive, because I will not.
The Teletubbies.
I will not be hoodwinked by that horse shit. Because I remember my buddy sending me like a link to a science.com article in maybe like 2010, where he's like, it's proven 100% life on Mars. And then I click the article and it's like, scientists who are desperate for more funding think that there could be a microscopic thing. They think they see what could have been the remnants of a microbe on Mars. And it's like, no, I want, for me to give a fuck, it's got to have like eyes. It's got to be able to do things. It's got to be able to, move around. I should be able to see it with my naked eye. I don't give a fuck about those tardigrades. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You're coming off kind of tardigracious.
Tardigracious. That's probably what I am. Oh, man.
I would be happy with anything. But again, if Trump's going to reveal something, I want to see like a
He's
ship.
not.
Or at least a body. If they wheeled out a body, that I would. If they wheeled out
an alien body, we're talking
about. Yeah. They like bring out like a silver.
Not a child's body.
No, well, maybe a child alien body. They like wheel it out, and it's in one of those silver
get on your
chambers.
own list.
There's a lot of smoke and mist, and they crack open the chamber, and like this is a fucking Neptunian fucking soldier. He came here trying to start some
strong. If there's no fog machine, I'm still talking about Epstein.
There'll be natural fog from the cryo process. It's one of those Walt Disney type machines. You know what Walt Disney's final words were?
Something about Jews.
This is so cold.
Ow, at least freeze me first before you cut my head off.
I'm still alive. Still very much alive. His final words were Kurt Russell.
Really?
Yep.
So he saw that ahead. I don't think Kurt Russell was even born yet.
Well, he was born and he was working for the Walt Disney Company as a child actor.
Yeah.
Well, that shows how much I know. How old is Kurt Russell, and when did Walt Disney die? I pictured him being one of those guys who died in like 1938.
Kurt Russell was acting in black and white Western like TV shows when he was like 10 or something like that. And you're like, yeah, that's little Kurt Russell. Like his face sort of, it didn't change. Like sometimes you look at a baby picture and you can't tell who that was, but it's like, yeah, that's Kurt Russell. The alien thing has always just appealed to me so much, and I know it's stupid. And like even on a different level, I know that it's not like likely that they could get here. So I have to I'm like, well, maybe they're time travelers from our future, and their time city is beneath the waves. And I'm like, no, that's stupider than the other thing. And that one, I have a real, I don't know, I romanticize the idea of there being aliens and us contacting them to the point where it doesn't take much to get me going. Like if I see some eyewitness testimony, they're like, I've seen it. It's hovering right over the Piggly Wiggly. And I'm like, for real? Over the Piggly Wiggly? Like, I believe him. I can't. They just seem so emphatic. I believe they seen it. And I wish they were real. That's I want it to be real so bad that I will it to be so, and then I realize I'm believing in kookery.
You are big on that. Not kookery, but like you are absolutely obsessed over the years with aliens being real and finding evidence for them.
I'm very afraid of them.
That's the funniest part, is that like you're deathly afraid of them and you do want them to be real.
One thing that I can offer you, Kyle, is at one point I asked my dad if he'd ever seen like a UFO or an alien or whatever. And like, so my dad was a military pilot, and I asked him if he'd ever seen a UFO, and he just like looked at me and went, "Yes." And I was like, well, "Do you want to?" It's like, I've seen a lot of them, and he didn't want to talk about it anymore.
Oh shit! You should have
That's
told
all
me.
it took. I'm hooked. I told you. I'm like, that's proof positive right there. This guy's dad's seen him.
And it's like,
let's call him.
Give him a ring.
I mean,
channel boy.
I feel like he probably would not appreciate being put on.
Yeah, my father would.
Fair,
Okay,
fair enough.
He's a somewhat private guy.
That's fair. Yeah, my dad would hate
sense.
it. If I was like, "Hey, Dad, you're talking to a few 100,000 people right now. Say something ridiculous." He'd be like, "Taylor, call me when you're done." And then he'd hang up on me.
For you dressing down.
Yeah.
Surprise! Your reaction will be recorded for posterity forever.
Yeah, forever and ever. All the retarded stuff you say will never be forgotten, and people will meme on you with it. Woody, when I asked Kyle, Tom, and Brad, has there ever been a conspiracy that you went into just out of interest, novelty, and you didn't want to believe, but you ended up buying in?